All right, it's 9 p.m., December 24th, Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas. Welcome to this weather update. Not going to be too long of a weather update, but just talking about the extreme cold. Here's the satellite image. We actually had a decent amount of sun today, but there were clouds all around over the ocean you could see over there. And then in the early afternoon, we had a little bank of clouds quickly move through. But other than that, it was fairly sunny today, but very cold. I don't think we made it out of the teens today. And I'll just show you what we have on the temperatures right now. 14 at Islip, 13 at West Hampton. Still got those winds gusting too. And you can see here 12 degrees at Lakehurst. The question is, will there be radiational cooling tonight? There very well could be radiational cooling tonight. Coyle Field is down to 10, so it looks like if the winds drop off a little bit, we might be able to get into some of that radiational cooling tonight for sure. Again, they've got the dry air in place, 2 points below zero. So let's go look at Islip here, 14 degrees. And you can see here again, don't think we really made it out of the teens today. Winds were pretty much from the west most of the day. Maybe a little bit of a west-southwesterly component. You can see mostly in the teens all day long today. And the winds were pretty gusty in the morning. Earlier on, we had some pretty bad wind gusts. It got a little better toward later in the afternoon, but still kind of windy out there, as you see. And, yeah, it was very cold last night, too. Single digits there as well. What a difference, though. And, again, just showing you the just huge temperature variations that we had. Absolutely crazy temperature variations across the area today. So, despite the cold, I did enjoy the sunshine for a little bit today. Yeah, I did actually see a few, went to the pine. Well, I was just in the Wanto area, just seeing a few pines. Could have actually done a bigger hike today, but again, it was really, really kind of cold out there to do that, the wind and everything. So you can see here the Twin Lakes Park still has not frozen over yet, despite the cold. Still hasn't frozen over yet. There's some more pines, and still again running water. But you can see ice has formed around this running water, but it still has not frozen over. Looking here, you can see that cloud bank over the ocean there. There's actually snow squalls out over the ocean today. A little bit of ice in this spot here. I'm sure this is going to ice over probably by tomorrow. Most of this should be iced over, but I was surprised that it didn't ice over yet. But that's just because it was so warm that it took a while to cool off, I guess, to freeze. But I have a feeling by tomorrow, definitely by Monday, it'll be frozen. Rockville Center tonight, you could see ice as well. You can see ice on the river here. You can see a little bit of ice on the river, and you can see those clouds offshore again. Let's show you another picture here, and you can see there's some more ice over here along the river as well. Another look at it, and you can see here there's the ice. So it is starting to freeze over. This was mostly ice, actually, so this will probably be frozen at some point. And then if you look closely, the camera could not pick it up. You can see a few wisps here. Believe it or not, a little bit of steam coming off the water because it was so cold. The temperature variations are so great that you actually had some reports of sea smoke today as well. But it gets even crazier than that because, closing everything up here, let's go to News 12 here. Yes, there was a water spout today off of Long Beach. Look at this video here, and you will see, yep, that is a water spout right there. Let's see. What happened? Where's the water spout? Seriously, that's all they show? Okay. It's a very short video, but there you go. This is a water spout off Long Beach. It's not a severe storm, but it's just because of the difference between the ocean temperatures, which are in the upper 40s to around 50, and the air temperatures, which are in the low teens. So when you get such a big difference like that, you might also be able to see a little sea smoke there. You have such crazy things happen in the atmosphere, and these snow bands offshore are probably pretty intense, like a lake effect snow. Pretty much is pretty much what it is. So looking at the radar right now, don't see too much of the lake effect, or should I say Long Island sound effect snow here. Not showing up too well on this radar. Let's see. Yeah, it's not going as much as it was earlier. But earlier on, if we use the radar rewind here, Let's do that. Let's go to 3 o'clock this afternoon. You could see that there was actually a little band over Orient Point, and they actually got some snow over at Orient Point. There's some snow on the ground over at Orient Point, so very localized. And I'm sure, like I said, if you were in the Cape, in this area here, you probably got some more of a snow shower over here in this area, and probably some accumulation maybe over there. So, yeah, very dry, powdery snow. But this is what happens when you take this really bitterly cold air and put it over the ocean. And look at all that, again, look at all that. That if you could measure the snowfall out over the ocean, it could probably be feet and feet, if you could measure it. In some of these bands, just like the bands off the lake that you see upstate. So let's go back to the weather map here, and we will look at our highs and our lows for the day. High temperature first. I think pretty much everybody stayed in the teens today. Yeah, pretty much only in the teens, pretty much everywhere. Mid-teens to upper teens today. As cold as Christmas Eve in 20 years, I think. Let's look at the lows, and lows were in the single digits, upper single digits. Not a huge variation between the two temperatures, maybe only about 10 degrees or so. But yeah, lows are pretty much in the single digits, except, of course, along the forks maybe. But everywhere else, single digits for lows. Very, very cold indeed. Really just incredible weather. So we observed record cold on this Christmas Eve. JFK, LaGuardia, Islip, and Bridgeport only hit 16, and Newark only reached 17. These are new record low maximum temperatures for December 24th. Central Park's high was 15, making it the second coldest December 24th since 1869. So here you go. If you look at the Twitter here, you'll see we did have a record cold Christmas Eve right here. So that's pretty incredible. Again, usually we're always breaking high temperatures, so for a change, we're breaking the lows here. So it's quite incredible here. Light snow was observed in Orient. So this is what I was talking about earlier here. Yeah, there's Orient area of New England. The snow may impact precision. So this is just outside Orient right here. So right here on the east end, a little bit of snow there, a coating there in some of these bands. Again, Long Island sound effect. Again, you have that cold. Just like with the Great Lakes, there's a little bit of a Long Island sound effect, snowfall there. Quite incredible. Just quite incredible. So let's go take a look at the models, and we'll show you what's going to be happening for the next couple of days here. So this, again, we're still in the cold air. You can see that right here, high pressure. Eventually the winds start relaxing a little bit tomorrow and much more on Monday. And then as we get into next week, we continue with a fair weather pattern, though the temperatures will be moderating. And then we're going to go above normal as we get toward New Year's. Though I'll talk about that more on, either tomorrow night or Monday night. So let's go take a look at the Well, there's not really much to see. No precipitation. We're not going to see any precipitation here on the HRRR as far as we go into tomorrow. So we're going to be dry. So let's just focus on the dew points, temperatures, wind flow, and stuff like that. So west winds continue tomorrow. The dry air is with us again tomorrow. Pretty gusty west winds. And again on Monday, we're still in the same Arctic air mass, though it will moderate a little bit. You still see the winds pretty much staying from to the west there. So for your Christmas, it's going to be cold tonight. Lows probably in the teens, maybe some single digits. And again, if the winds drop, below zero is a possibility in the Pine Barrens. Tomorrow, it will be better than today. Won't be quite as brutally cold. We'll have mid-20s for highs. Winds a little less, so it won't be quite as bitter. And then tomorrow night, we're going to drop down again. It's going to be cold, and I think if we get the radiational cooling, single digits are a good bet for a lot of areas, maybe teens for the urban areas, and some of the really cold spots like the Pine Barrens could go below zero, or reach zero or around below zero. And then for Monday, upper 20s, mid to upper 20s. Still not really going to change all that much until we get toward Tuesday, and then I think we'll start seeing the temperatures get above freezing. We'll have mid-30s for Tuesday, which will feel quite warm compared to what we are dealing with for sure. So let's now go and look at the skies, and I'll use the RGM model for the skies. I guess we'll just use that. So go in here. All right, so here we are. You can see those clouds again, ocean effect clouds. They'll continue to be an issue, I think. So this is the model for tomorrow, and it's actually showing some cloudiness developing over us tomorrow in the middle of the day there. Right around the middle of the day there. There may be some cloudiness that might develop there. It's showing some pretty much over Long Island. And again, it could be lake effect, instability, cloudiness kind of deal. As far as Monday goes, Monday should be clearer, but we may have to watch out for some high clouds that will move in later in the day. And again, the model may be overdoing this. Tuesday will be sunny, and looks like Tuesday will actually wind up being the sunnier day and not as brutally cold as it has been. So mid-30s, which will be a lot better than what we've been dealing with. So the origin showing some clouds. That's a change from what we had earlier. So let me look at that again. Yeah, it's weird because the earlier run didn't show that. 12Z run didn't quite show as much of that. All right, so let's go to a few more cloud models here. NAM, 18Z NAM. So here's the 18Z NAM. Not showing that as much. And here's Monday. And again, we'll have to worry about the cirrus possibly toward Monday afternoon. I could use the FV3, which is the high-resolution GFS, but we really don't have enough of that in to use. It shows it fairly clear, though. Again, we'll have to watch out again for that instability, cloudiness tomorrow. But I think we'll have mostly sunny skies. Now for Monday, you'll have to see. We'll start off sunny, but then the clouds will come in by the afternoon probably. Let me go to the Ventu Sky site here before I wrap up this weather update. I'll look at one more cloud model here and also the winds as well. So let's go for your Christmas Day here, 8 o'clock. Yeah, we still have the clouds on both sides. It's very weird to see that. But in the middle of the island, it should be clear on the shore. And then we'll have some more clouds. Yeah, toward noon, there may be some more clouds building in, like 1, 2 o'clock. Though if you're in southern Jersey, it might stay clear. Other than that, we might have again, winds. Let's take a look at the winds here. We're still going to be dealing with some winds gusting up into the mid-20s. So we'll still be having a bit of a wind chill out there. But it won't be as brutally cold as it was today. But it's still going to be cold, all right? It's still going to feel pretty cold tomorrow. So I think that's going to wrap up this weather update. Have a Merry Christmas, and probably another brief weather update for you tomorrow, and then we'll have maybe a longer weather update on Monday. Have a good night.